Shalom family, wanted to talk to y'all about the world real quick, right? So first off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahasham, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ruach Kadash, which is the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit in the Hebrew tongue. Shalom and barakatah to all the brothers and sisters doing their best to live out this word in truth and in sincerity, and double honors to all the elders pushing this truth to the hopeful elect and the 1/3, right? So let's talk about the world, man. A lot of our people still don't understand the concept of us having to be set apart from the world. We can't be a part of the world, right? So this is James 4:4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High. So the Most High calls us adulterers and adulteresses when we cheat on Him spiritually with the world, right? When we act like we want to be with Him in the kingdom, but then we still try to be a part of the world. When we say or think or say to ourselves we want to live for Him, but then we still hang out or be around worldly people or be in worldly places that we know are bad for us, right? And we keep doing worldly things over and over, right? He even goes on to say, a friend of the world is his enemy, right? Now, some of y'all may act or think that that's not a big deal, but know that it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God, man. If you're the Most High's enemy in these last days, what do you think is going to happen to you, man? You're going to be put through something terrible, man. You're going to see your loved ones put through terrible things as well. You're going to be either put to death in Jacob's trouble, which is basically already here, right? Maybe it hasn't hit home for you or for me, but it's here already, right? Or maybe you'll even be saved till the end of the end just to be put to death in front of our Hamashiach, our Messiah, Yahushua, right? Because like he said in Luke 19:27, bring hither my enemies and slay them before me. So imagine being in front of the Most High's Son who sacrificed his life for you because you chose the world over his salvation and the kingdom. Imagine, I mean, that sounds like a righteous judgment to me, man. So this is Matthew 16:23. But he turned and said unto Peter, get thee behind me, Satan. Thou art an offense unto me, for thou savorest not the things that be of the Most High, but those that be of men. So this is Yahushua calling Peter Satan, right? Why would he call Peter Satan? Because he was more concerned with the worldly things of men and not the things of the Most High and the things of the Most High's kingdom. So if you read back to verse 17 in the same chapter, Yahushua just called Peter blessed, right? And here he is 6 verses later calling Peter Satan, right? So haven't you ever you had the motivation to study, to pray, to keep the laws, to follow the Most High, right? At all costs, right? And then out of nowhere, you just lost it. You got no motivation. You feel lazy. You feel sad, mad, depressed, or you just feel blank. You don't feel nothing, right? And you just don't want to do it anymore. You don't want to study. You don't want to chase the Most High. And I think that's happened to all of us at one point or another, right? Maybe multiple times. So this verse just goes to show you, or this example goes to show you how easily Satan can use the things of the world to get into your head, right? And get you to go off track. Because he did the same thing to Peter, who was walking with the word himself in our Messiah. So this is verse 24. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. So if you want to follow the word, if you want to follow the path to the kingdom, then you have to deny yourself of worldly things, right? Some people think just because you decide you want to live by the Bible, that doesn't mean that you automatically aren't going to want the things and pleasures of the world, right? Like, no, that's not how it works. You're still gonna want them because you're so used to having them, you're so used to doing them, right? But you gotta know that you have to deny yourself of them. And that's also that cross that you have to carry, right? Because the servant isn't greater than the master, like it says in John 15:20. Meaning, if our Messiah had to carry a burden, then we got to carry a burden too, right? So don't think this walk is just going to be easy and it's going to be a cakewalk as soon as you decide to follow the Most High, right? Because, like it says in Acts 14:22, the Most High confirms our souls so that we can make it to the kingdom through what? Through much tribulation, right? So, this is verse 25. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. So you have to lose your worldly life in order to find your eternal life and to make it to the kingdom, right? You have to lose all the worldly people, the worldly habits, worldly places, and worldly things to gain that everlasting life. So this is verse 26. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? So you got people, as an example, like Dan, what's his name? Dan Bilzerian, Lil Uzi. You got all these celebrities, right, that have gained mansions, cars, women, clothes, shoes, money, all the things that a worldly man or woman could want, right? But they really didn't profit anything when you look at it as a whole, because it cost them their souls in order to get that, right? So if you look at the second part of the verse, it says, what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Now, some people will put a price on their soul, right? They say, oh, I'd sell my soul for $1 billion, 100 million, 10 million, 1 million, whatever it may be, right? And then there's some of you maybe that'll say, nah, well, I would never exchange my soul for anything, right? Doesn't matter if it's money, it doesn't matter what it is. But what some of y'all don't realize is this, that you're trading your soul for way less than that. You're exchanging your soul just to break the Sabbath. You're exchanging your soul to have sex, to fornicate. You're exchanging your soul to be around worldly people that you know aren't benefiting you in any spiritual way, right? You're exchanging your soul just to please your flesh or to please people that, to be honest, they don't give a shit about your soul, which is why we have to be set apart from the world in the first place, right? Or else we're literally exchanging the most valuable thing that any of us have, our soul, right? Just to be a part of this wicked, temporary world. So this is John 15:18-21. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Adawan. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my sayings, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. So this is one of the burdens or the crosses that we have to carry. The world will hate us, just like they hated Yahushua, if you're living according to the word, right? If you're following the word to the best of your ability, they will hate you because they don't know Yahweh and they hated Yahushua, right? But some people think that they're living for the Most High, but nobody in the world hates them. Nobody in this world dislikes them. Why? Because the world loves his own. Like it said, right? You're still living, you're still speaking, you're still acting according to the word, according to the world, Salakia. So of course they're not going to hate you, right? Why would they hate one of their own, right? So you're thinking here that you're living for Yahweh in your head, right? But if the world isn't hating you, then it's because you're a part of the world, and there's no way that you are living for the Most High. And This is the danger. This is the real danger of being around worldly people, because many go in with the mindset of, I'm gonna hang out with this person or these people, and I'm gonna try and get them to live by the word. I'm gonna try to change them for the better, right? But it's like the rapper Immortal Technique said, right? He said the problem with changing a system or people from the inside is that the system or people will more than likely end up changing you, right? So, like Amos 3:3 says, can two walk together except they be agreed? Of course not, right? When you start hanging out with worldly people, it's more likely that they're gonna change you and get you to fold or get you to fall into sin with them instead of you pulling them out of sin, because only a very select few are actually chosen. None of us can get someone to follow the word. We could show them a couple verses, but then it becomes up to them to work out their own salvation, right? To study for themselves and start applying the laws. So I've personally seen this happen over and over with people I know and love, and it's sad to see, but it's a good reminder of why we have to be set apart from the world in the first place, and be set apart from worldly people at all costs, right? So this is Matthew 19:29. And everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. So you will have to leave family. You will have to leave so-called friends, right? You'll have to leave, whether it be boyfriend, girlfriend, sometimes even your husband, wife. You will have to leave certain places, certain lands, certain houses for the Most High in sincerity, right? But just know that you'll receive that times 100 in the kingdom, and you'll get everlasting life if you do that for his sake, right? Because none of these prophecies shall fail, like it says in the word, right? If you're leaving worldly people, worldly places, houses, lands, family members, you will receive times 100. It's going to be greater than anything we can even think of, right? So you have to realize that it's a prophecy that we'd have to be set apart from the world, especially in these last days, man. So remember that, and remember that if you truly, truly want to make it to the kingdom, you have to accept that prophecy and just run with it and apply it to your life, right? So all praises to the Most High. This wicked world is crumbling around us anyways, man. And we'll be up out of here soon enough, Yahweh willing. So stay set apart, man. Shalom.